Okay, hi everybody. I'm going to show you how to do matrices on your TI-Nspire calculator. I'm going to do this by using the example of this question here. Okay, this is a question with 3 equations and 3 unknowns. And we need to solve for the 3 unknowns. There are 2 ways we can do this using matrices. Probably more than 2 ways, but we're going to look at 2 ways now. The first way is we'll express it as a matrix equation. So this equation, x plus y plus z equals 4, we can do as the first row and first column, and the answers in the first row, first column. So 1x plus 1y plus 1z equals 4, and the other 2 equations similarly. So if I wanted to solve for x, y, and z, what I need to do is I need to multiply our resulting matrix by the inverse of this matrix. It's like dividing, multiplying by the inverse, but I need to multiply it on the left-hand side. So if I just type it in like this, that's not going to do anything. Okay, so we'll have to go back to the beginning. What we have to do first is to write this matrix. 2 ways you can do that. Okay, let's go to the menu, matrix and vector, and create a matrix. And it will be 3 by 3. If you didn't see that, replay the video. Okay, so, and now we just put in the numbers. So just arrow across, and up and down, and put in the coefficients of the x, y, and z. Now, we need to take the inverse of that. So the inverse is to the power of -1. It's not actually to the power of -1, but that's the way we write it, express it. And we've got to times that by this. So again, we can go through menu. Here's a shortcut. Hit that button there, and you see something that looks like a matrix. Click on that. But I don't want 3 rows, 3 columns. I want 3 rows, 1 column. And we put it 4, 2, 7. So that's the same equation expressed in the opposite form, in the inverse form. Press enter, and that gives you the answer. So x equals 2, y equals -1, and z equals 3. Now, that's okay if you're just going to do one equation, but if you're going to use these results for a second part of the question or something, here's a little step that might be important. If you just go and get this matrix, okay, if you now store it and call it A, and you take this matrix and you store it, so Control var, store, call it B. Now if I do A inverse times B, I'll get the answer I'm looking for. Okay, so that's an important little trick if you're going to do more than one question using this matrix. Okay, now I told you that there's another way to do this. So instead of using 2 separate matrices, what we can do is another technique called the augmented matrix. So menu, matrix, create. This time I want 3 rows but 4 columns. So in the first 3 columns I put the same numbers from the left-hand side matrix, and in this final column I put my answers from the resultant matrix. So I'll just quickly do that now. So same numbers, don't change anything. There we go. And just to make things easier, I'll call that matrix C. I might actually call it matrix aug, because it's an augmented matrix. Okay. Now, if we go to menu, matrix vector, and if we get the reduced row echelon form, RREF, and take that of org, it will give us the right answer, because it says 1 times x is 2, 1 times y is -1, and 1 times z is 3. So the calculator has done all the Gaussian elimination for us. So you can see in those two examples right there, you can do it by inverse matrix form and get 2, -1, 3, or you can do reduced row echelon form and get 2, -1, 3. So that's how to use matrices on the TI-Nspire calculator to solve 3 equations, 3 unknowns. For more equations with more unknowns, same deal. You can do it either way. And have a bit of a practice, and I hope you have some success.